Welcome inside the O-Dome, where the 6th-ranked Florida Gators return home looking for a win against the trendy Vanderbilt Commodores team. Both teams projected to be in the NCAA tournament. And here we go. The Commodores win the tip in the road black, and the Gators in the home orange. Nearly a turnover on the first possession, and in fact it does result in a turnover to hold him out tonight with a bear of a schedule still down the stretch for a Florida team that will be mixing it up with Aberdeen, making his first start in 65 career games. That'll help.
Big win on the road at LSU, but have struggled as of late. But this is a team that plays really good basketball. They're connected well, particularly on the offensive end, but struggling early on tonight.
There's Condon on the feed from Richard.
Now, this is where Florida will have a significant advantage. Condon in his interior play will be important.
Needed that from A.J. Hogarth, the first. Edwards tries a three and puts it down. Changed the dynamic of that game, which was a three-point game at the half, by the way. Good rebound effort. Hogarth misses on the reload. McLaughlin a third opportunity. And Nickel pays it off.
That's the one guy you cannot. That was a possession that was created off the offensive rebound. And the best time to shoot an open three-pointer is going to be after that second chance opportunity on the O boards.
Chinyelu on the zip from Martin.
The interior size of Florida will be a major advantage on the offensive end. But at the same time, the way Vanderbilt executes in the half court, when they make Florida switch on the defensive end, they have ability to drive past them and create for others.
M.J. Collins Jr. Oh, that's nifty on the step back. And plus the tournament. And the turnover gives it back to Florida.
Great active hands by the Gators on the last possession.
Condon fouled and just misses out on an opportunity for a three-point play.
This is a game where you have to pick and choose where you're.
You said something.
Throughout a game like this, you have to figure out where your advantages are. And with Vanderbilt,
5 minutes of the game, Klobjar has only played 6 SEC minutes coming into the game tonight, but Todd Golden told us he'll be a big piece, at least in the first half. And Aberdeen floats it down.
That's a really good move by Denzel Aberdeen. Took his time coming off of that ball screen and found his advantage with a beautiful soft floater over the top.
M.J. Collins Jr. from downtown. If you get him going, watch out for the Commodores.
Well, he's feeling it early and shooting the ball. Rose up with a lot of confidence.
McLaughlin had it tipped out. Will Richard comes away with it. Floated into the paint. Condon with the hezzy.
Beautiful pass.
Physical. Certainly we're seeing that for 7 minutes tonight against Vandy.
Well, they came off of their last game against Tennessee, who was able to slow the pace down in a grind-out type of style. Florida wants to put up points in bunches, and there's a good way to do it by feeding the big Alex Condon with his activity. Using the heavy guard play, he sets effective screens and allows him to open up the court. Jalen Carey with a mismatch down low. They're asking for it in the paint.
Hogarth clearing him out. Here is Carey. The James Madison transfer. Right into the teeth of the defense on the smaller Elijah Martin, and takes advantage. An X factor in SEC games. More on that in a bit, but Mark Byington told us absolutely we need him scoring in double figures. And Carey again right on cue with a strong take to the three ball from Tanner. Not his strength, shooting less than 20% in league play from distance. Richard out the offensive board and draws a foul on Well, coming up next on SEC Net, Sooners looking for back-to-back after they 5 to go. Takes it himself. Heavy with the floater. Aberdeen comes away with it. Houck at midcourt. McLaughlin on the turf. One back by Martin. And Brown is blocked at the rim. They're going to say it was Goldberg.
From both teams, getting after it, fighting, hustling, diving on the ground for loose balls, not giving up until the final second, even with the rejection attempt. Tremendous effort. We mentioned this was a game where teams are going to be playing with a sense of urgency, and that's exactly what embodied it on that last play.
Edwards a step back. Oh, that is nasty.
They're pressing into their man and forcing you to catch the ball extended away from the three-point line. There's going to be a level of physicality to this game. Vanderbilt's bigs are doing a really good job of hedging and making good decisions on the ball screens.
Aberdeen pull up, and it rims down. Both teams shooting above 50%. Florida at 60%. Collins Jr. with a head fake and draws a foul. 2 shots coming for the Virginia Tech transfer. Playing in their and in 4 years it turned them into an NCAA tournament team.
Yeah, for many who have watched Vanderbilt, they might not have had the high expectations, but head coach Mark Byington, known as a program builder.
Aberdeen got it off. Oh, puts it down. Oh, what a response by Edwards, falling again to the floor.
Aberdeen knocked down the tray, and Edwards says right back at you with another circus shot.
Brown, no contact, corralled by Collins. Chinyalu down behind the play. Numbers for Vandy. And Edwards draws a foul. Impressive.
I like it.
I'm a big glass there. Meanwhile, Edwards makes them both. Vandy regains the lead. Nine for Edwards to lead all scores. And Will Richard rolling to the cup.
That's a beautiful design action by Florida coming out of the break. Todd Golden dialing one up to get Will Richard freed up, and a beautiful pinpoint pass.
Nickel back into the game with 2 fouls. That's why. His ability to make shots and spread the
The 2 guys that I believe are doing so.
Edwards off the screen. Step back 3. Right place, right time. Carey puts it in.
And it's just switching defense that's gotten Florida in trouble once again. Chinyalu out on Edwards, but the offensive rebound to Jalen Carey because he has a much smaller defender on.
Aberdeen backing down. Huffman counted in the foul.
Denzel Aberdeen.
So far he has.
Well, he's just being himself. And this is a high-level player who has a lot of experience.
On Alex Condon in the 6th on Florida. Next foul for either team sends the other to the line. 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Vanderbilt by 1. Hogard. Carey snatches the rebound. Right into the chest of Richard. And that's back-to-back putbacks by the JMU transfer.
And that's a big boy move right there as Carey on the O boards once again and the stick back.
8 points on 4 of 4 from the floor. Houck cans a 3.
Great find. Houck able to stretch the floor out. Gets his feet set, knocks down the tray ball.
Blow by. Hogard lays it in. Spent 4 years at Michigan State, went to the NCAA tournament all 4 years, and has found a new home in Nashville. Aberdeen Heavy. Condon, the putback jam.
It's the
And wants to push. Hogard off the bounce. Set back by Condon. And they're going to count the bucket. A goaltend against the sophomore from Australia.
I think that was a clean block as Alex Condon rotated over, and I believe he blocked that one at the apex. So we get another peek at it. Hogard going up, and I think that's a clean rejection from Condon. Beautiful block. Ball still on the way up.
Green.
The previous call of a basket interference goaltending is no good. Points will be taken off, and we'll resume play.
Is often packed to the brim, and it is again tonight. Over 10,000 on hand. Home run pass to Condon, and lays it home.
Dialing up some action to get a clean look, and once again, the pinpointed pass, Elijah Martin to Condon.
Former high school quarterback, 4-star recruit on the gridiron. Carey responds with a left hand.
Great job by Jalen Carey, getting his body in front of the defender and shielding it from the basket, finishing with the left.
Martin still scoreless in this game, but has made other plays. Hauk on the feed from Condon. 2 shots coming.
You try to lay out for that completion. And I think he did a good job of catching that one off the deck.
Martin had it tipped away by McLaughlin.
Great swim move by McLaughlin to get around and get a tip.
8th turnover forced in the first half by Vandy. Counted in the foul for Edwards, who's in double figures. 10 teams, Kentucky and Tennessee. And again tonight,
And showing that they're one of them too. I mean, when you play really good opponents and you beat them, obviously you get the respect from others. But what head coach Mark Byington has been able to do in year 1 shows the confidence that this team is playing with.
and a 1 in Condon. And he's now 3 for 5 on the SEC Network on Thursday night.
Great action all around on the women's side. Out towards the end of the shot clock.
Five to shoot for Hogard. Zips it into Carey. Can't get it to go, and the tap back won't count. A shot clock violation. We'll give it back to Florida with 5.5 ticks left in the first.
On a full head of steam.
Right on cue. Aberdeen at midcourt. 2 to go. Aberdeen won't hit it. And the Commodores carry a 1-point lead into the break against a top 10 Florida team. Both were 3 for 10 from downtown. Both turned it over 8 times as Edwards is up to 14. And a 1-point game. That's why he's missing the game tonight with that ankle. Just their 3rd loss of the season, and it came on the road against the best defense in the country. Richard a 3, ties it at 38. Great dome tonight in Gainesville. Zipped into McLaughlin and puts it in through the chest of Condon.
That's good poise right there by Devin McLaughlin, catching that ball with the shot blocker looming, spotted where he was, took his time, found the angle, and put it off the glass.
Condon to lob. Chinyelu. Nice touch around the rim by the sophomore from Nigeria. Back inside of the big fella. Richard. Hammer time. Hello.
Wow. Phenomenal play by Will Richard. Taking it on the baseline and going up strong.
And McLaughlin will get 2 shots.
Of sealing off their own man to create an alley for the guards.
The guard position, no Walter Clayton, but now 4 fouls for Chinyelu.
And they've been able to generate those fouls by changing their pace and the angles in which they play and understanding the assignment.
Good block there by Magnon. Ball on the deck, scooped by Martin, and those are his first 2 of the night.
You can't keep a good man down. And Elijah Martin, one of the top guards in the conference. There he is getting an easy one by getting on the O boards.
How on earth? Corner three. Lobbed inside, Condon, yes. And Condon with 13.
Condon's doing a great job of pushing his man up the court, creating space between him and the basket for the lob over the top.
Carey at three, tied again at 46.
Wow. Troll.
Here comes Tanner off the miss. Tied at 46 for the 11th time tonight. Tanner scoops, Carey to the rim with the left hand, and MJ Collins Jr. high off the window, won't go. Tanner fighting for it. Here comes Martin. Will Richard downtown.
Richards shooting.
And here comes Edwards 2-on-1. Great rebound effort by McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, the right place at the right time. Edwards loves to change his pace. He was able to do so and bring two defenders his way, allowing McLaughlin to get the putback.
Here in Gainesville. Almost snatched by Tanner. Oh, Richard is a bad man.
Now, this is a big possession for Vanderbilt. The energy's in the building. They get the response they need with the goaltending call. Huge basket.
Three-point game, 10:30 to go. Florida right now, top 10 in the net. There are only 3 losses, all the quad 1 teams, Kentucky, Missouri, and Tennessee. Alexis counted in the foul. Carey. Just his second miss, and Richard comes away with a rebound. And a whistle underneath on Edwards.
Defensive transition, switch out with the guard, and get back down in
Florida without Walter Clayton Jr., a top 10 scorer in the SEC with an ankle injury. I'll tell you what, MJ Collins Jr. in the game. Alexis hounded. Deep three. Got it from downtown. Klobuchar from distance. Edwards fading. No. Hawk the rebound. Klobuchar again. Bang! Florida outscoring Vanderbilt 28-18 in the second half. Klobuchar. Martin pushes with the left hand, it's good. And a double-digit lead for the number 6 team in the country.
Elijah Martin was out early in the shoot-around, working on left-hand floaters over and over and over, and there he is, making it count.
Edwards needed that floater in this game. He played 6 minutes in the SEC coming into the game. 9 to shoot, 5 for Richard. Houck lost it, and a whistle comes in. And
to be as aggressive, and that strategy is starting to pay off with the Gators.
10 showdown between Kentucky and Oklahoma. That's Friday on the SEC Network and the Streak. A couple of national championships at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
Yeah, a lot of champions here, and you got to enjoy the Friday night heights.
McLaughlin goes right past Chinyelu.
Designed action to get clean looks. See what they can draw up in this baseline out of bounds.
They get it to Elijah Martin. Martin starts in a left-hand twirl.
That was a strong drop.
Edwards lost it, but was fouled first.
So
Continued onto the free throw line here. 2 shots for Edwards.
you know,
Found his way onto the biggest stage in college basketball this year in the SEC.
started off
And seeing the locker room that he gets to call his own in Nashville. 9-point game after 2 made free throws by Edwards. 5.5 to go in Gainesville. Richard reverses it home.
and will.
Hogard lost his footing. In trouble. Ball on the deck. Hogard wins it back. Carey zips it in. Magnon in the foul. What a sequence by the Commodores. And was first team All-Ivy a year ago. Makes it an 8.
They can turn up the tempo on Florida.
Aberdeen has had an excellent night with the push. Got away with it and draws a foul to boot. And who's that against? Might have been Carey.
Still a phenomenal effort by Jalen Carey, but will no longer be able to.
0-3 when he hasn't. They needed a big game from him. They got it. Into the last 9 shots. Nickel, scoop, McClelton puts it down.
Nickel does a phenomenal job of
Nearing the under 4 timeout in Gainesville. Aberdeen, defended by Tanner, stuck, and draws a foul with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And all marked by 2 has had an excellent night. He's at the line with 10 points.
they're loud. It's almost like they count more than just 2 points, and your team is able to get energy from.
Out, backdoor fade. Martin with the hammer.
Now that was an absolute dime by Hauk. Put it on the money, and Martin doing the rest.
Aberdeen fouled Edwards.
The dunk.
Wow, 1-1.
Fouled for Vanderbilt to cut it to a 2-point game. Missed the free throw. Those are momentum swings that are massive in games of this magnitude.
Richard from downtown. Oh, yeah!
But he understands his role on this team, and when there's a man down, he's been able to step up, and you can see it tonight.
McClelton a 3 right out of the timeout. Excellent play.
Activity in active hands. But Florida seems to be prepared once again.
Home run pass from Elijah Martin. Condon fouled. When you got the quarterback back there, just. Well, women's long jump, high jump, and triple jump. He is a freak athlete that could have played any of those 3 sports in college. He chose basketball, and Florida's glad he chose them, transferring over from Florida Atlantic.
You know, it shows that young athletes need to be multi-sport athletes because the skill set that you can have is transferable. It's a stop again, and Florida looking to execute on the press breaker.
Hauk will take it himself over the timeline. And Vanderbilt's going to start playing the foul game.
From the coach, but you understand when the coach says we need to foul him. If you're the guy that has 4 fouls, the team needs you. 14 points, 8 rebounds, and really good defensive.
Commodores.
And that's a tough one. Edwards has been playing lights out with 20 points, but you want to work the offense and see if you can get a better shot after moving it around.
Condon with the exclamation point.
That might be the nail right there. Strong hands by Alex Condon to catch that ball and finish it with the dunk.
Edwards, set back by Condon. And
I want to talk about big-time plays. Look at the strong hands by Condon to catch that ball and finish with a one-handed slam. The emotion there by Walter Clayton Jr. And on the flip side,
Florida will get back on track after the 20-point defeat on the road at Tennessee and will remain with just one home loss this year.
That's that physical advantage that Florida has. They started this game trying to set the tone on the inside, and they're finishing it trying to set the tone on the inside as Hogard has a response from deep. You know, this is a game that if you look at the box score, you look at the final results, you're going to think that Florida had a strong performance and handled Vanderbilt here at home. But this Vanderbilt team gave Florida everything that they wanted for 35 minutes. They had a couple of breakdowns and a few possessions that allowed Florida to put the game away. But this shows the strength that this is really two really good teams in the SEC.
Florida will be at #1 Auburn next. Must-see TV between two of the top teams in the SEC and in the country. Meanwhile, Vanderbilt will look for a home rebound against a very good Texas team. Hard-fought win for Todd Golden and the Florida Gators.
Two really good teams in a well-played ball game.